Coach, if you give us your opening thoughts, we'll open up for questions.
The game after Christmas break always presents a challenge in terms of where your team's going to be at, physically, mentally, where their focus is going to be. I like the way our team played, especially at the beginning. I thought our focus was there. We were efficient on both sides of the basketball. We defended. It was a hard game overall to play, to coach, to referee. I thought the flow of the game, just the number of stoppages, the style that was played, it was just a hard game in general. But was happy with the way we approached the game from the start of the game to the end. Were we perfect? No, but it was good to have that game underneath our belt.
Brandon, you guys ready for Tuesday? Excited to get this thing going, to get the Big East play, Conference State, big games every week. It's got to feel different.
Hopefully we're ready after the 2 games of preparation. But no, it's going to be a great atmosphere in Hinkle Fieldhouse. It's going to be an exciting game to play in the first Big East basketball game. It's one that we'll prepare for very hard for the next 2 games, and we're looking forward to it.
Next 2 days.
2 days.
Do you feel like it's a good? You said games.
No, my fault. 2 days.
Games
2 days.
Is it a good measuring stick in terms of right out of the gate you're going to play a top 10 team in your place, a team that's undefeated?
Yeah, I think you use the game for what it is. I don't think you ever take one game and say, hey, there's the measuring stick for how we're going to play for the next 17 games. You look at the game, you're going to play a very good basketball team. You're going to play a team that's nationally ranked. You're going to play a team that's won a lot of basketball games. It's very skilled. They can dribble, pass, and shoot from a lot of different positions. But you take it for what it is. I don't think you blow it up any more than it's one game and you're going to play a very good team.
Can this game, I don't want to say be a detriment, but playing this team, their size, this style, before you've gotten Nova coming here, can that be a detriment in ways? How do you skip ahead to that level on Tuesday?
Now, I think this specific game, again, coming off Christmas break, where's your focus going to be at in terms of with your team? And I thought our focus was there. They presented different challenges. They have multiple guys who are skilled. They put 5 guys on the floor that could all shoot the 3 at certain periods of the game. So it tested our ability to guard in some unique actions in terms of what they ran. And again, it was one more game that presented its unique challenges. I thought we handled our business and did what we needed to do.
Cam, what's the player's mindset headed into Tuesday? I know you guys have a couple days to prepare, but the best team you guys have played since Orlando, that was a month ago. You guys got to be pretty excited to get,
We're definitely excited. Last time we played a team like this came into Hinkle was against Gonzaga last year. So we're all really excited, and we're not going to really do anything out of character. I think that's one thing that the older guys are going to try and tell the younger guys, because the younger guys are pumped up and putting everything into it. But the most important thing I've learned since being here is just treating it like any other game. Prepare the same way, and at the end of the day, that's what's one game here at Butler.
Brandon, how encouraged were you by Renee Castro's performance this afternoon?
I thought Renee played well today. I thought he played well in the Evansville game. Statistically, it looks better today because of the points that he scored. But he did what he needed to do in the Evansville game. He's given us good minutes in back-to-back games. And I think it's a reflection on how he's practiced. If you came to practice and you were there every day for the last 3 weeks, Renee's been focused in. He's a detail-oriented kid in practice, and it's carried over in his play has shown that over the past 2 games.
How do you feel about what you got out of the non-conference, both record-wise and in terms of individual and team improvement?
I think we've definitely improved from the start of the season to right now. We've continued to get better. The defensive end of the floor is probably where we've shown the most improvement. I like our non-conference in terms of the number of different styles of plays that we had to face in terms of guarding. We saw anywhere from the Princeton offense to smash mouth basketball where they're throwing the ball inside every time down. We've seen different styles, just like what we'll see in the Big East, the number of different styles that we'll see there. So I think it's helped prepare us, but knowing that each individual game in the Big East is its own.
If you had to guard the 3-point line like you will on Tuesday, I mean, what have you tested? I mean, you mentioned the Princeton offense. What's different about what Villanova does?
Yeah, we'll dig into Villanova even deeper over the next 2 days, but I do think when you look at that team, they have a number of different guys that can shoot the three. 1 through 4 and sometimes 1 through 5. Everybody can step behind the three-point line and make shots. So you have to have a versatile team on the defensive end of the floor to be able to guard that. We'll do a couple different things in that game defensively to try to help us defend it a little bit better, but they do present challenges to your defense.
Cam, have you ever rebounded at a pace like this before, even in high school?
I don't think I have. I think this is all time.
You're 10-12 a game every night. Do you think that's, are you excited to kind of prove that you can do that in the conference play, after doing it against the non-conference slate?
Definitely. I think it's one of the things I consider a strength of mine. And so, you want to show those strengths off when you are playing against what's perceived as better competition. And so, I'm excited to get in there. And I tell the guys all the time I love rebounding. It's just fun. It's just effort.
Hey, Brandon, and being in this room lots of times over and different coaches, and you in your first year, another coach was just in here from NJIT, and he goes, I just told my players, I want the other teams saying, hey, you're playing like Butler. That has to be a compliment to this program.
I think it's a huge compliment. We talk a lot about playing the right way. We talk a lot about playing Butler basketball. And I think our style of play is who we are, and it's been our mark. And when another coach says that they would like to play like us, there's no greater compliment. So, and to give credit to his team, I do think if you watch him play over the course of the season, they've been in a number of different games, and the scores, said a lot of different things. You can never say that team didn't play hard from the start of the game to the end of the game. And I think they did that tonight. They competed for 40 minutes, and when they were down, they pressured the ball. They gave us a number of different looks and played extremely hard.
Cam, what's the biggest thing this team has maybe learned about itself in a non-conference season over the past month and a half?
I think we've really came together as a unit. I think, when you have 6 new young guys coming in at a place like this where, we really depend on, everybody playing as one and being together in a unit out there. I think, being down in Orlando and playing challenging non-conference games has really molded us into playing better as a unit. I think you can see it in the young guys, especially, Andrew, Renee, even the guys who don't play as much. They're coming together, and it's making us a better team, whether they're playing 10 minutes, 20, or they're not playing at all, because, we depend on everybody. So that's really encouraging as we go into conference.
Brandon, was there anything that jumped out about you that maybe you were surprised at with this team when, in non-conference?
I don't know if anything surprised me. I do like where we're at right now. I think we're continuing to get better. I think our practices have been good. We want to continue to practice well and keep heading in the direction that we're heading. But like Cam said, you go into practice, you talk about team, you talk about togetherness, and you want your team to be able to come together, and you never know how it truly is. But our guys are close on and off the floor, and I think we're continuing to head in the right direction in that way as well.
What about you as a head coach? Obviously, first year as a head coach, how do you feel personally with where you're at and what you're doing with this team?
That's a good question. I do think just like a player gets better from the start to the end, I'm a better coach now 12 games in than I was at the beginning. At the end of the year, I will say the exact same thing. But I like where our team's at. That's the main thing. So as long as our team is in the right place, that's good for me.
Hey, Cam, as a team, on a humorous side, you guys give Kyle much razzing for shooting an air ball on a free throw?
Yeah, we gave him a little bit in the locker room, but I'm sure there's more to come. That's how we are. You can't do something like that and expect to walk in the locker room and just let that walk up the door.
Cameron, you've played with Kyle for a few years now. Are you at all surprised at how good he's become as far as being a go-to scorer for this team and a senior leader?
I'm not surprised at all. Kyle's only 1 grade above me, and I for the last 2 years, I've been, you know, his backup. And so I've learned a lot from him and, you know, watched him work every day in practice. And, you know, he's really taught me a lot now with, you know, our main low post guy going and Drew from last year. I think he stepped up and given us a lot on both ends of the floor. You know, he's a really good vocal leader. He plays hard. You know, and he's somebody that I've looked up to for the past few years. And so I'm not surprised that he's put himself in the position he's at.
Anything else for Coach or Cam?
Thanks, guys.